So we'll jump right in, get some things going. So a lot of my jiu-jitsu lately that I've been playing with is getting into positions that open up lots of different options for people. And one of the positions I've been playing a lot with is the knee stomp. So it's a position that I think doesn't get enough eyes on it in the deployment system. So I play it a lot, and it confuses a lot of people what to do against it, which I like. So, but it gives me options to go just about anywhere. Obviously, like Eddie uses it a lot to go to his lockdown game. Ben uses it to go to rubber guard. I use it usually to enter legs or wrestle up. But all of those are options, and I'm going to kind of go through and show a bunch of the different options there. But I'm going to start with the way that I actually get to mini stomp, because I know Eddie, Ben Eddie, and even Matt Walsh down in Pompano kind of start the same way. They pull quarter guard and then they work their way back to mini stomp. And I'm like, that's cool, but I'd rather just pull mini stomp from the beginning and not have to take extra steps. So one of the things I've started doing, because everyone, it seems like that I go and compete against these days, somehow knows that I'm a leg locker, or they assume right off the bat I'm a leg locker, so they try to stay away from me. So I've had to work on getting people to engage with me. It's really funny how much they don't want to do jiu-jitsu with me. I don't understand, but that's cool. So I've had to get sneaky with getting people to come and engage. So a lot of times what I'll do to start with this is I'll just give up inside position to let them feel like they're moving in the direction they want to go. But this entry works really well off any time it pops up where the person hits a knee slice on you. Because this is what I do to counter the knee slice, is I go right into my mini stomp game and it starts leading me down these different paths. Stand up for me. So to start with, we're just going to work on capturing the mini stomp the way that I've been playing it. And so what I've been doing to bait people in is I will literally just give them the inside space. And I let them step in and start to hit that knee slice, and I just catch the mini stomp as they come through. Right? So my outside foot is coming right underneath the ankle, my inside one is coming over the top. So if you notice, when he first comes to hit down on his knee slice, there's a space right there. That space is perfect for your foot, right? So my only goal is to catch the right angle, which is on my right hip, on my right shoulder, and now my foot can come right into that space. And then this foot can capture right on top. And I'm already into my mini stomp. As I get here, I want my top elbow inside my hip. Right? This is what's gonna start setting up some options for me here, where I can start wrestling up and give me some options there. But it's gonna give me a bite on his leg here in a second. That's gonna let me even go to Ashi and these other places that I wanna go. My inside elbow is just hugging his knee so he doesn't start trying to like hit a heavy knee slice type of situation, and my hand is ready for the crossface. Right? So I'm just right into this spot. Alright, so let's do that again. We'll just keep turning a little bit each time we do it. Alright, so he's stepping in, I'm catching, and I'm right in here. Alright, I'm just getting to this spot. Alright, I have really long legs, so I get this bonus of having this little knee shield in place too. Depending on how long your legs are, you might have it all the way up where I'm blocking his shoulder, which is really awesome for me. It may not be that high, that's fine. I just want a little bit of something that's going to block him from just going direct pressure down on top of me, right? So we're just getting to here. So let's do one more, different angle for everyone. So he steps in, comes in, and I'm just right inside. My elbow's coming right into my hip. This one's hugging his knee, and I'm blocking that cross face, right? I'm just getting right to this knee stomp to start with, right? So we're just going to play with this, because it takes a little bit to catch that right angle and get this going. And then we're going to take this in a whole lot of different directions today. Right? Cool. Let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. Any questions on this so far? Yes.
Yes. So you were saying knee shield's like a bonus for you. You can't get the knee shield fully. Like I feel like I'm on my toes and not here. Right. This is more important. So you just pinching them.
Yeah, I'm just staying connected to him, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Anything else on that? No? Awesome. So now, the big thing is once we get here, then what are our options? And I like to play my options based off his reactions, right? I think there's certain points in jiu-jitsu where I want to push and make him do something, and there's certain points when I get to a spot where I just want to chill and let him make the action and then cause my reaction, right? And this is one of those spots. So when he steps in and we get here and I'm all in tight and I'm like this, you know, he's got some choices to make. If he just stays right here, nothing's really happening, right? We're just chilling. You know, so I'm not going to really force anything in this situation. He starts reaching through to do that. He just gave me the access to his back, right? But a lot of times what happens is the first reaction is they hit a wall. What do? It's like the old robots from the 80s, like not that one yet, right? Is they'll back up and try to go to the other side. Alright, so slower. So we get here, I'm blocking all this. As he backs up, that's when I get my connection. Alright, so now I'm shin to shin, basically, deep hook on this leg, and I still have my bite here. And he's pulling his knee to my outside hip as he's going across. He's giving me that access to my ashi right away. Right? So, you know, so I can go here. A lot of times I do get this reaction where they're posted on their hands as I come into my ashi, and that's great. Then I'm driving this to the mat, getting my control, and I'm expecting the roll through at this point. So then we can pin and finish, right? But the first part is just getting into that ashi. So as he steps in and comes in, I'm here. As he comes up, I connect, right? I sit up with him. I still have all of this. I'm blocking this knee from coming in, so that gives me my space. And then now it's just a shin to ashi routine. Right to our finish. Does that make sense? Show it a couple more times. Let's go. Here, comes out, comes across, and just getting that deep body. And now I just lift as I push this knee. Come right in. Right through to the finish. Alright?
I got a question.
Yeah.
When you sit up and when you're pulling back, where you're angling to? Are you pulling back to your right?
So, once he comes up, when we get here, yeah, I'm falling back towards my right, just like a normal shin to shin entry, right? So as I pull him, I kind of fall to my right shoulder. As we come in. Just slightly to that side. Look at that angle. Right? Cool. Let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. Definitely ball. so, questions on that? So one of the things that'll help you if you're having trouble with that now, is I see some of you, when he comes back up and you get here, you're driving his knee to the mat and then trying to do this. This is going to make it really hard. And now it's kind of a weird little proposition that I got to try to shoot my leg over. Right? I don't want to do that. When I get here, I'm sitting up with him, and at this point I'm falling just a little bit to my right, but I'm not turning to shove his knee to the mat. I just want to off balance him a little bit to lift his leg so I can go to that ashi. Right? It's just a small little rotation that's going to get that off balancing that I need. Because once I get to that spot, we're here, he reverses and I get to this, right? All I need to do is make his foot light to lift his foot up, right? So I do that by making him shift his weight to this side. And I do that by just simply twisting a little bit. See how he put all his weight in his other side? That's all I needed. Right? It doesn't have to be this violent, like push his knee all the way to the mat. Right? All I need is that little subtle shift. Right now his weight's in his center. Now it's off to his other side. That's all I need. Now I can lift his leg. that make sense? All right? All I'm looking for is just that little bit of his weight shift to make his leg light, right? If you can't move a heavy leg. If all his weight's in the leg, it's gonna be really hard to move that leg. I wanna make his leg light. And when he first comes in, all his weight is in this leg, right? As he's driving for his kneecap, his weight's here. When he starts to reverse, his weight's still here, right? So I gotta get him to shift it back this way a little bit. And that's all I need. Right there, I just felt his leg go light, right? I can move it, right? If we go back, shift your weight back to this one. Right now, I can't move it, right? Now I can. That's all I need. Does that make sense? All right. So let's pair up just for another minute and try that and see if that makes more sense to you and helps you from that shin to shin to ashi, and then we'll move on to the next option. All right? Yes.
Saying like you set him up for straight ankle to start off with, and then you got on the backside for the heel hook. So I'm saying two different reactions.
You can go wherever you want, right? Like once you enter this is a choose your own adventure, right? So, you know, once I get to the ashi, right, I can stay here and I can turn and I can go belly down straight ankle, right? Or once I bring that across and bring this down, I can make the switch and go for the heel hook. All right, either way is fine.
Actually, question.
Mm-hmm.
Getting here,
Yeah.
does it matter whether this foot, like, either side?
Like this one.
Yeah.
So this one's I'm usually looking to get behind both legs, just to stop any kind of like back step to samurai roll type of situation.
That's reverse jack 10, man.
Yeah. Right. So I will try to get both feet there if I can get them there. Most of the time when it's live and it's fast and it's furious though, like as I catch this, I'm looking for it. If it's not there, it's probably because we're already rolling. You know, so 'cause most of the time as you get to this spot, they just want to roll through. They're trying to roll through as fast as they can to try to get ahead of you to escape this leg. You know, so at this point, like I'm just trying to connect as much as I can so that when you roll, just, even if you roll fast, like you just bring it with you and you just land with you dead. Right? You know, so, you know, if I can get them there, I'll get them there. But that whole pummeling, you know, getting that going, if they fight it a little bit, you can definitely get your feet there. If they, as you go, they just immediately roll, you're not going to have time to get your feet there. So it's better to just work on the connection and roll. Right? Cool. Any other questions? All right, let's play with it for another minute. 3, 2, 1.